everyone. How are you? I am so happy to be sitting down with a longtime brother, Domisani. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you, Falesha, for having me.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. So, for those of you that don't know, and many of you have seen these two faces together, Domisani is such a powerful brother. You know, we actually used to co-host an event together back in the day with spoken word and amazing artists and everything. And right now, he has an amazing company called Wellness3, which has been doing so amazing through the years. You're helping so many people all around our city, either, mobile or them coming into your place of business to just really help people when it comes to treating them holistically, which is key. And I've always loved the fact that, you've been such a holistic and grounded human being. I really feel like the world needs more of you. So let's just get into it and tell everybody who you are. Let's elaborate on it. So tell us a little bit about your business and what you offer.
Yeah, so I'm a registered acupuncturist and a holistic practitioner. Holistic practitioner essentially means that I provide total body reflexology as well, and other modalities like cupping, also gua sha therapy, which is a scraping method to deal with muscular issues, and Twina, which is a manual therapy system, which is closely linked to acupuncture. So yeah, I've been doing this for about 27 years. So even the times when we used to work together, that's always been in the background.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm happy to do what I'm doing because it comes from a place of passion and a place of wanting to help people to be healthy and be better.
I love that so much. I love that. Now, there's a few things that you mentioned that I actually have never heard of before. So I know about cupping. I've gotten cupping done before. And for those of you that don't know, like cupping, it's actually like a cup. And I know they put it like on your back or wherever. And then you have these little circles at the end, right? When you're healing. But it does feel good. It was very therapeutic for me. I remember trying it. But what were the other ones that you mentioned?
Yeah, I mentioned Twina, manual therapy. So Twina essentially is similar
Nina.
to acupressure. So you could think of acupuncture without the needle. So in a sense, you're using your hands and maybe elbows and different parts of, like even finger pressure techniques, to apply pressure to various parts of the body to elicit an internal response for the body to heal itself essentially.
I love
Because
that.
intrinsically the body has this capability, created into it to heal itself. It's a sort of a factor as a part of the human being.
Nice. So for those people who are pretty much like terrified of needles, but they want the experience of acupuncture, it's called Twina.
Yeah.
Twina. Okay.
So yeah, it's a form of, some people might refer to it as a form of massage, but massage therapy is different from Twina. Yeah, it's more linked to, again, acupressure and some manual therapy techniques. Even other modalities actually borrowed from Twina, ancient Twina methods, even chiropractic and sports medicine took methods from Twina because Twina goes back thousands of years.
I love it. And it's great that you offer it. I definitely want to try that because I know myself, like I am super terrified of needles, full disclosure. I have literally worked my way into making sure, like I just mentally put myself in a good place when I have to go get my blood tested or anything like that, time for certain tests. So I feel like I've done a good job through the years, but I did try acupuncture one time, and I promise you, inside I was internally dying. The practitioner did not know, but I was just like trying to calm myself. When it was all done, it looks kind of super scary when you're looking at it and you're full of needles. You're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. But the feeling, I remember just feeling so good and so relaxed, and it did work. So I guess for those people who are just like, nope, I would never ever do that. They can consider, finding you. And I know that you are also mobile as well. So depending where they are in the GTA, you can definitely, is that something you can do mobile wise? Is the Twina?
Absolutely, absolutely. So all of my services is pretty much available to when I do mobile treatments, like home sessions, when I go to my clients' homes. So
Nice.
yeah, if necessary, and usually I combine my treatment. So I'm doing some acupuncture at some point, and then I'm doing a twina, and then I'm doing possibly some reflexology, either on the head, hands, or feet for the reflexology. I'm doing gua sha, especially for sports injuries, because gua sha is like a scraping method, where you're getting the tissues moved around. So, for example, for scar tissue, gua sha is excellent. So, it's kind of popular now. You see people with the stones, and they're doing like the gua sha on their face.
Oh, okay. Or is it like the roly thing too?
The roly
Is
thing
that a
too.
form of that?
Gua sha, yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Gua sha, yeah. But it's more extensive than just a typical cosmetic purpose. Yeah. So
Does it hurt?
no, it doesn't. And even for acupuncture too, there might be some sensation that someone will feel. And then with twina, you might feel the pressure. There is some good pain associated with any sort of treatment, especially if it's a deep tissue or a very extensive treatment. But it's not pain in the sense of excruciating or uncomfortable pain. It's usually a good pain that people feel.
Now, why would somebody want to get, like, what would be the perfect candidate for someone to get a service from you? Like, what kind of pain is this person experiencing, or what kind of discomfort in their body are they feeling? Like, at what point does somebody say, you know what, I think I need to go and see somebody to get, relieved by this?
Yeah, good question. You find a range. You find people that would elicit my services. Someone could be just wanting to fine tune their health, just to stay healthy. Who's very health conscious will do that. And then you'll find someone that will be in a lot of pain, whether it be acute pain or chronic pain. And then some people are going through serious health issues. It could be, say, recovering from a stroke. It could be someone that's terminally ill. So there's such a range of why people get my services. And, in any event, what I do when I connect with people, I try not to just treat them physically, but I also have conversations with them throughout the treatment to also deal with, sometimes there's emotions attached to it. Not sometimes, there's always emotions attached to bodily feelings, pain and discomfort and dis-ease.
Yeah.
That was that connection.
No, that's amazing. Now, knowing you for a long time and knowing you personally, you've always been doing this, and always also, like, when we were in entertainment together back in the day, just pretty much holding it down for the city and representing for our community. What made you get into this whole realm of business and this entire industry?
Yeah, so for myself, it's a part of my lifestyle. So, it's hard to separate it in my way of thinking, because health has always been a part of my life. I've been vegan for quite some time. I'm just going to turn off my AC here.
No problem.
Pardon me. So yeah, health has always been a part of my lifestyle and my spirituality.
Yeah.
I'm Orthodox, and with coming from out of a Rastafarian influence, this idea of health and well-being was always integral, in my life. So, getting into holistic health and wellness was just a part of me expressing who I am and reaching out to people, especially after my mom passed away. I was kind of renewed with this zest of trying to help as many people as I can to be healthier.
Yeah.
And so yeah, this is part of the reason why I got into wellness, into holistic health.
Wow, that's amazing. So I guess that kind of leads into my next question, is like your why, like the actual purpose of why you do what you do every single day.
Yeah.
Like I know a little bit better now what made you start this business and your journey, but when you think about it, like for you to get up every single day and be excited to help people the way you do, what does that mean to you? Like, what is the foundation of your why?
My why, I get, because I'm a very spiritual person, very religious person. Again, being Orthodox, Ethiopian Orthodox to be exact. Part of my why is that it's me serving God in a sense.
Mm.
And for me to help people, there's a part of scripture that says that which you've done unto the least of these, that which you've done unto me. So Christ was saying, in essence, that, in order to serve him, we must serve others.
Mm.
And so that is the energy behind everything that I do. So when I'm serving others, in essence, I'm serving God. So that is what gives me that motivation, and this is what makes me love to do what I do, because then I'm participating in helping people transform, and not just transform physically, but again also imparting to them, again, how their mindset and their emotions and their even their spiritual life will affect their bodies.
Yeah.
And so I try to bring this across in my treatments, and also allow people to express themselves and to maybe see blind spots that they never realized that's connected to the disease or the condition they're having. Even a simple thing like a low back pain, associated with things like holding on to unforgiveness.
Powerful.
Yeah, people come with breathing issues. Again, it might be related to the same issue of holding on to unforgiveness. So dealing with things, some people might approach it to say, well, from a root cause. But if human beings are rooted in a spiritual, if the spirit of God permeates everything, then to me, the root cause should also examine and take into account, how the spiritual aspects of a person will affect their bodies, and obviously the emotions is part of that too. So my why is serving others, and in so doing, I'm serving God.
I love that, brother. That is so powerful. I love that so much. I've heard of that before, though, where people will literally there could be something wrong. Maybe they are getting consistent back pains and they can't figure out why. They'll go to the doctor and the doctors are like, everything on your x-ray is fine. Everything is good. Everything is perfect. And then they go see someone more holistic and they catch it. It's not something you can just find when you run certain tests. It ends up becoming a spiritual thing, and I've learned through the course of the chapters so far of my life, it's like 95% spiritual first, and then the rest is physical, right? So that's so powerful. And I think when people start to actually really deeply understand what we're talking about, and even understand that, it's just something you can't unlearn. But when you know it, it's so powerful.
It's interesting. I make an analogy with electricity, how electricity is a part of everything that we do. For example, our cell phones, yes, it's a battery, it's charged up, but it's still electricity. We look at the car, the way it functions, there's still electricity involved. We look at our, obviously our devices at home, our internet, our computers, or all these different devices, electricity, even the way plants grow. And you have things like electricity in the air.
Yeah.
And so I use that as an analogy to show people that there's this electrical necessity governs life and governs everything that we do. Right. So in the same sense, you have the spirit that governs everything that we do, because the spirit is what gives life and gives animates the body and animates all things. So this is why when there's a problem, if we just look at it physically only, we're going to get physical solutions only. But if holistically, we're going to see how the spirit is involved, which obviously relates to the emotions, as I mentioned, and then how that affects the body, because everything is intertwined.
Yes.
This idea of separation is actually, not necessarily true. Everything is intertwined. So once we understand that, then we realize when we're looking at ways to heal, then we have to examine all these different aspects. And like it says, man cures, but God heals.
Yes. Amen to that. I love that. Well, last question is, if you had a superpower, what would it be and why? And I know a lot of us always, maybe as kids would even think we have these superpowers, and we are very, very powerful beings. But if you had an actual ultra superpower, what would that be and why?
My superpower, if I had a superpower, would be to help people to eradicate pain and discomfort and disease all together, whether it be mental health issues, whether it be, pains and discomfort, whether it be debilitating diseases, that would be to end and just eradicate pain.
And all that suffering.
And pain and suffering. I must add, though, that pain and suffering and illnesses and all these things actually has a purpose. And oftentimes we don't see the purpose because if you notice, when we're in pain, we're more humble. We're more, place of receiving.
Yeah.
And sometimes illness come at a point when, we feel, like we feel high and mighty, but then illness will help to humble us. So
brings you in, yeah.
Purpose behind illness. So, anyways, that would be my superpower, to eradicate pain and help people.
I love that. I love that so much. I can speak to you forever. Like, I'm enjoying this conversation. I just feel like we're so totally aligned because I stand for everything that you stand for. And I just love every single bit that is coming out of your mouth right now. It is just so great to speak to you. Now, is there anything that you want to maybe tell the viewers right now that are watching this, anything that they should know about your business, even let them know where they can find you, social media wise, and all of that good stuff?
Yeah. So on Instagram and same thing on YouTube and Facebook, I can be found at Wellness3. So that's wellness with the X and then the number 3. And for those who, if anyone watching this, if they had my services before, feel free to go on my Google and leave a review. But yes, you can search me up on my YouTube, for example. I have a few videos on there showing different exercises and different tips, health and wellness and fitness tips, and different exercise programs that someone could do right at home or outdoors. So yeah, for my social media and my website, all same name, Wellness3, Wellnessx3. And I'm assuming you're going to put that up on the screen.
Yep, I'm going to drop it all down and everywhere, and everyone's going to know. So we'll circulate it.
So, so reach out to me and, share my information with your friends and family that you believe is in need of my help and my services. And again, I serve the GTA. I am in Newmarket, but I do serve the GTA. I'm also available in clinic at Loho Clinic in Markham, which is by Woodbine and Steeles. And I'm also at Massage Addict in Aurora, which is up at Young and Wellington in Aurora. Aside from that, I'm doing my home sessions, and stay tuned because as a practitioner, there oftentimes I might be available at different clinics as well. So the best way would be to, before I forget, on my website, I do have a blog section which provides lots of tips and information about health and well-being. Yeah. From nutritional information to exercise to a mindset. So definitely check out my website for my blog. Yeah. And it's short and sweet. It's not a long blog. It's a very short.
Gets to the point.
Exactly.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. This was so valuable. For those of you watching, if you did get value and you liked it, please do not forget to give it a like and subscribe and share this video with anybody that, is on their journey of wellness, anyone that can really benefit from this. Brother, please keep on doing great things. We need more human beings like you in our world, being a leader, helping people with wellness. I can speak, a lot of the times as you start to get older in age, in your teens and in your 20s, you're not really you don't really care about wellness, the majority of, but as you get into your 30s, 40s, 50s, then you have that aha moment and you're like, damn it, I need to take care of myself. This is really important. And then we start going on a manhunt and trying to find amazing people like yourself. So what I could say to, even if you're in your 20s right now, this is still for you, because eventually you need to keep this in mind. You're going to be an adult longer than you are young, right? You're going to be an adult longer than you're a teen, right? Or in your 20s. So this stuff is so important. Don't take it lightly. Start doing your research on wellness now so that you can take preventative measures and not have to deal with trying to recover from something. Try to prevent it, right?
That's right. That's the best way. And thank you so much, Falesha, for having me.
Thank you.
This is absolutely invaluable, and I hope this will help people to understand and look towards being healthier. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming on the show, and hopefully I'll bring you back on. Bye, everyone.